think it's broken. I just mean it works right now,
Right.
but now I'm gonna lock it. Now it doesn't work. Now it doesn't work. So I end up just doing that, and it always unlocks.
Oh, so it'll unlock if
It'll
you
unlock
just
from
hit
here. Yeah.
But not if you hit the button
Well,
designed.
oftentimes it will.
I'm rolling now.
Oh well, there's no way to fix that.
So this is good. This car is working out great so far.
It's more of a. So you take people around in the back seat.
Oh, right.
In fact, why don't you get
in
the
fact,
back
I
seat?
think I'll,
Scoot this all the way up.
as would be fitting for an English saloon.
And
At least the car started, and that's a good sign.
if this is going to go like this, there's going to be a lot of words I'll have to say.
All right. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. Oh, man. Headroom is nice back here, and it's a nice driven position. Nice buttery V8 power. Feels good.
I don't have any warning lights on.
Wow. Let me zoom in on that gauge cluster. Wow. This must be one of the only ones.
Might be.
That's pretty good. The AC is nice.
Are you open down there?
Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's nice and airy. Now, this has the air suspension, right?
It does, and it is, with the exception of one of them, I think one of the compressors was replaced before I bought the car, and I saw the service records, and it was replaced at 25,000 miles.
Hey, well that's a lot of miles for a Jag.
I guess so. Original purchase price I have at, I believe it was $71,000.
Wow.
And it was purchased by an older lady who died probably at 40,000 miles, maybe 50.
Wow, so the car actually outlived her.
Yeah, well, it went to her daughter.
Uh-huh.
And then her daughter drove it, and to give you an idea, her daughter is in her 70s.
Oh, wow.
So she drove it for probably 10,000 miles, which took a long time. She doesn't drive much. And during that time, she had the compressor changed. She had, I'm trying to remember what else. The compressor was the big one. It was like $2,600.
Ooh, at the dealership.
No, she had a Jaguar guy in Palos Verdes that she liked.
I believe that's called a workshop, right?
Yes.
Right.
He cobbled a bit and
He used his spanners.
yes.
Yes. Well, he did a nice job. The suspension feels good.
Suspension feels good. It does. If it's a little rough and I'm going too fast, it's not happy.
I see.
Like it'll bottom out. But generally doesn't do that because I don't drive like an idiot.
And what kind of gas mileage do you get out of this?
I get almost every single time I get 20 miles a gallon.
Really?
Yes.
That good, huh?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I've gotten a little lower and a little higher, but I mean, you can pretty much just count on 20.
And that's kind of a mix of highway and...
Right.
Yeah. That's not bad. And I assume this would only drink the finest of petrol.
It takes nothing but the best. You just go, you pull it to the pump and you say, what's the most expensive thing you have? And then you put it in. And you hand them $100 and you'll get like half a tank. So that works out.
That's pretty good. And how many miles do you get on,
If it's full, it's a 20-gallon tank.
Okay.
So you get 400 miles.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's enough range that you could go places.
Yeah, and if you're on the highway, you'll get better than that. So
That's not bad.
no, it's been very good. I really can't complain except for how expensive everything is.
Right. As everyone complains with these cars.
Yes.
And
I can give you some stories. The window here,
yeah.
brand new,
Right.
because nobody makes a replacement except whatever they made back in 2007 for this car. That was $760 just for the window.
Oh.
So that was a good deal.
Yeah.
And then I found out that I could have bought used on eBay for $125.
Oh. So there are some solutions. You just have to be
yes.
You have to really do some digging.
The power lock actuators, I replaced the one in this door myself, and I had a guy replace that one, I think. So I'm assuming the back doors will go pretty soon. And you can buy from the dealer for about $600. Or you can go on eBay and get them for about 60. So and they're used.
Right.
So I put the used ones in this door and that door. They seem to be
Yeah.
really good.
And this has the 4-liter V8, right?
It does. It's 300 horsepower. It's the 4.2, and the one before this goes back to 2004. So 2003, it was a 4.0, and I guess that was a Jaguar engine. I don't know who made it, and it was a little less horsepower. So this car is the same from 2004 to 2009, I believe. Yeah.
You know, a little drag race between this and the LS400 would be...
That would be worth seeing. I mean, it's a little unfair, although I guess Jaguar years are like 7 years for Lexus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a dog.
Well, yeah, because I've got 290 horse.
Right.
But
it's an older car, but it ages so much better than this car.
Yeah, I would guess that less of my horses have run out of the pasture. Or the stable, I suppose.
I believe that I have all my horses in this car.
Yeah.
I believe it. I have no way to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, those do feel like English horses. But I do like the year of 2000, you know, my first computer plastic.
You know, you've mentioned that before, and I don't think it looks that bad.
No, I think for the time, it looked great.
I mean, it looks a little 40, but not really. It's nicer than you would have seen in a Lincoln LS.
That's about the same as you would see in a Lincoln LS.
No, it's not. No,
pretty sure.
No,
I mean, this is basically a Ford, but Tata bought them, right?
Well, I mean, Ford owned the company. Let's call it that.
Okay.
But it was assembled in England. It says all over it.
Right. Right. So instead of having the reliability of Ford.
Oh yeah, union workers those guys were reliable.
Well,
never had any issues with American cars.
No.
Those are always perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tata, they're still put together in England as far as I know. I don't know what Tata does. I don't know if they build engines or if they just own it and design it. I don't know. I also don't know where we're going to park.
I will say this is a lovely rear seat.
Well, it should be. The rear seat on this car has made me a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So I can't complain about that. I can complain about not being able to find a place to park, however.
Oh yeah, there's
this
the burger
being
place.
Your idea.
Yeah. But turn in this driveway here.
And just park here at Umami?
Yeah.
Even though we're not going to eat there?
They have a good burger.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're $20. It makes sense. We should have a $20 burger because we're driving in a car that costs at least that much to go per mile.
Right. Yeah, I will say, you know, out of all respect to the car.
Yeah.
You know, there was an occasion where Chris and I were together. There was a brand new Tesla Model 3, you know, and then there was this car.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to see what was going on with this car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And nobody cared about the $60,000 Tesla.
No.
You know.
And
you had the Jag.
but I did have the Jag, and everybody was interested in that. I think it was they couldn't believe it still ran.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's a very striking car.
It is. I do like this.
It just really looks like a gentleman's saloon.
It's not easy to park, and I'll show you why right now, because you need a football field to park it.
We could go somewhere else too.
Well, now we're pretty committed now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I can't fit in that spot.
I could.
No.
I do like that the interior is nice and tight. Like you don't hear any rattles.
No, the only thing you're hearing is this. This is touching the.
I don't even hear that. I just hear like my leather squishing on my back, you know, which is cool.
Oh, that's just your ass. And sometimes it barks too. Let's not forget. My wife drives this car once in a while, and she said the coolest thing about this car is this gear changer and how it clicks into place.
Oh, that is cool.
The car doesn't jump, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It just goes.
Yeah.
When you've put it in the right place.
Well, that's the classic J shifter, right?
It is a J shifter, and I have used the whatever Triptronic or whatever they call this, and it's kind of fun. The problem is that you'll forget, so you'll use it here, and you'll forget that you put it over here, and then you'll want to downshift, and if you're not careful, you'll be in reverse.
Ooh.
So I try not to do that.
Yeah.
But it works pretty well. Everything in the car works. You heard the sensors, right? It has front and back sensors, and the air works, the sunroof works, stereo works. I don't think anything is broken right now.
Yeah. And you know, the headliner looks really good.
Yeah, don't look too close.
Okay. The headliner looks pretty good.
It's pretty good until I decide to try and clean it, and then it's going to look like hell. There are drains for the sunroof.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's soap from a car wash.
Oh my.
So the drains up here work, but the drains back here evidently are plugged up, and the only way to get to them is you pull that handle off, and then you pull the headliner down, and yeah, it's a big pain. You can't get to them from the outside.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So I tape it when I go through a car wash.
Oh my gosh.
So I have with me at all times.
Look at that.
My car wash tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the job.
Best car ever, you're right.
Wow, what a dick. So I got in a guy rear-ended me on the way to the airport.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's just a little damage here. And there's also,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but if you look here, I can fit my fingers under here, and I can't here.
All right.
So there's
Just a
some
little-
question about the wrap, and I have a friend of mine who I drive, or I used to drive, and he owns a big time body shop on the west side, so he's going to fix it, and he said he would do. I have other damage, there's these, like this, I believe is peacock crap.
Oh.
Because it was in Palos Verdes, and it just ate through the paint. And then over here is also a nice, somebody keyed it.
Oh, nice.
She was a teacher, and I think one of the students keyed it.
Here we are.
Let's see.
The 2008 Jaguar. Wow, you really have to want to start it.
Yep, you're not messing around.
Like, and what I'm talking about, this key, like, you apply the normal force for like,
It wants more than.
yeah, like you have to like really turn it.
So, you go to Broadway.
All right, let's check the mirrors. It's okay if I move the mirrors?
Yeah, whatever you have. Take care of
Yeah. Looks good. Yeah, you're not going to be happy about this. Well, that's okay. But I mean, really, like, now that you're back there,
Oh, there's nothing but that.
would you really want to be in the front? Like, I don't think so.
I do like that.
Well, yeah, that is nice. But you'll like driving. I mean, you'll like being driven.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
I can hold that.
Yeah, you want to do that?
I'd feel better about
Okay.
it.
Oh, that's great. Get a nice hands-free experience here. Brakes feel good.
Turn left onto East Broadway. Turn left on East Broadway.
Is this East Broadway?
Oh, you have eyes, right?
Head south on South
No, this is Santa
Broadway.
Ana.
Santa
East
Ana.
Broadway's probably.
It's probably over there. I'm going this way.
Turn right onto East
The,
Santa Street.
Steering wheel.
Turn left onto South Harbor Boulevard.
Quarter mile, turn left on South Harbor Boulevard.
Or I could just turn here.
Oh my god. Yes, the steering wheel. What are you going to
It's very nice.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. It's, uh-oh. I got.
It just does that.
Oh. It just.
Sometimes the sensors decide that something's too close, all on their own.
It just lets you know.
Yep.
That you're alive.
And it, you can obviously adjust the steering wheel up and down and in and out.
Right.
You can also adjust the pedals.
Oh, it's got the movable pedals,
Yeah.
just like the Crown Victoria's used to.
Right. So they're probably too high for you.
They're not too bad. It is interesting.
Head south on South Anaheim Boulevard toward East Ellsworth.
Like, and I talked about this. We talked about this when you first bought the car, and I sat in the driver's seat. How the footwell is kind of
Yeah, it's not. There's not a ton of room in this car
no,
for as big as it is.
but it's not. I wouldn't call it small though. Like the
No, and to be honest, there's way more room back here than there is in the cockpit.
yeah, I think that's fair. But I kind of feel snug.
It wanted you to turn right here, but
Oh.
I mean, I guess you can go whichever way you want.
Well, I'm just like when I drove Ryan's car. Sometimes I use Waze, and then like today I'm using Chris. And
Turn right onto this street, Vermont, in case you can't hear with the lady.
yeah, I can't hear the ladies. So
Turn right on Vermont.
Okay. See, now that's good. You're a little more insistent than my usual
And then
Waze.
you're going to run into Harbor. You've heard of that one, right? So turn left on that when you get a chance.
Okay.
Okay, now go on.
You're a little more sarcastic than the usual Waze guy.
Well, there's settings. You can go into the settings. There's a Don Rickles button.
Man, the throttle's a bit. I don't want to say jumpy, but
No, when you push it down, you go.
yeah, I mean it is.
It's on sport mode right now.
Oh, that's why. Can I turn it
Yeah,
on?
turn it up.
Yeah. I mean, sport mode is fun, but I kind of just want to see what this is like.
If I have old ladies in the car, I turn sport mode off.
Yeah. Does your gas mileage change with sport mode?
I've not noticed it change. I mean, if my wife drove this car, she'd get 25 miles a gallon out of it.
Oh, she really takes it easy.
Yep. And because when I drive her car, she just gets pissed off because she sees on the computer that I've lost her like 7 miles a gallon.
Oh, so she's in it for the statistics.
Well, it's just how she drives. Like, she doesn't do it on purpose. She just drives like a little old lady.
right. Now, does all of this still work?
Yeah. Start pushing buttons.
I can press buttons?
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
It
Oh
lets
my.
you know.
Lets you know it's going to open.
Yep. We are now opening.
It's nice. It's just like a warning thud.
One of the things it does sometimes. Now don't shut up, man. When you close it, you notice that the whatever they call it, the screen. It's not a screen, but the cover is all the way recessed. So when you close it, it should come out 3 inches, and then you're able to close it. If it doesn't come out, then the glass won't close, and it goes nope, and it opens back up.
Oh.
And I just reach up in there and pull that cover out, and it works fine.
Well, that's fine.
So it's avoidable.
Now, I know I'm getting a big-time phone call. Are we still rolling?
You're rolling. I don't see a big time.
Okay, good. I mean, is it still
Yeah.
good? Oh, yeah. See, I kind of like this normal mode throttle.
Oh, please.
Well, I mean, just in terms of like, I've got an important VIP passenger
Sure.
in the back. I know he's got big business meetings, whatever.
Well, that's true. I mean, when I drive old ladies around, I make sure it's on regular mode.
The brakes are really nice. They're responsive.
Well, they're brand new Chinese brakes on the front.
Yeah, they feel good.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to pay $1,500 for just the parts.
Yeah.
And that's no installation.
I do like the air suspension feel.
It's cool, isn't it?
You know, it's got that nice kind of like,
Yep.
I mean, it kind of...
When you first get in the car, by the time I get to the first stoplight in my neighborhood, the car is not done adjusting. And the nose will go up or down depending on where it needs to be. And the nose does move at certain speeds. It'll lower. You don't notice it when you're driving, but when you're sitting still, suddenly the car will just go up. And you're like, what is happening? And then you realize it's the air shocks.
You see the kitty kind of go higher.
Yep.
And there's a little kitty
Yeah, there is.
poking its head up on the front, or I guess right over the bonnet.
Over the bonnet. They did away with the kitty somewhere in 2011, I believe. Maybe 2012. They were putting it on the new Tata models. It did look kind of funny, to be honest, on that model. But yeah, nobody gets it anymore. There's no hood ornament, bonnet ornament.
You know, the effortless push that this car has. And, like, you can really feel it from the rear. Like, I should have turned there.
You're luxury.
Yes.
We have road time. Although you could have gone fast on that road back there.
Yeah, that would have been a better choice.
Well, you could go fast and turn around.
I could make this U-turn.
Or you could do that. It has a surprising turning circle for its size. It's not as tight as, you know, a Volkswagen Golf, but
You know, this... I wanted to have a funny... I wanted to be able to
make fun of it,
make some jokes, and there's certainly plenty to be had. But but driving it, I can't think of a thing to say.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it would be nice to have a little more room here.
Yeah,
but
well, especially a guy your size.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like, I don't feel cramped though. I just feel snug.
Yeah, the cockpit is a little tighter than you think, and for me, it's no big deal because I'm 5'6". So, but for a normal sized person, I can see them feel a little bit cramped.
But I'm not touching the headliner with my head.
No, and that seat's up a little bit. I don't know that it's down a little bit.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
there's
so
more.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah, and that actually that brought me down and back a bit more.
Now with that though, back here
Right.
There's that.
But that's okay. I mean, this certainly has more room than my LS400.
Do you think?
Oh, I know.
Oh. Well, it's a long car too. When I park it, we have a Toyota Highlander SUV, and this car is longer than that car.
Oh, I could see that easily.
And that's a full size, you know. I mean, it's not a Suburban, but it's a full size SUV.
Now, when you're pulling up to jobs in this,
I don't get jobs anymore. Well, I used to.
but I mean, like, what's the general reaction you get?
Oh, people love it. It happened to my wife. She was doing a video shoot for about 2 weeks, and you know, she was driving the Highlander. For whatever reason, she had to take my car. I forget. Probably the Highlander blew up or something. And when she pulled up in the Jag, they just freaked out. All the crew guys like, "Oh wow, look at you!" Yeah, now, and then she did enjoy that.
How do you know if you're in sport?
You got to keep pushing until that light comes on. There's a little red light on it.
Oh,
Here you go. You're in sport.
And now I can proceed. That proceeds.
Yeah, it proceeds pretty nice.
Yeah.
And it's quiet about it. I mean, it doesn't announce itself, you know, like these barbaric American cars.
Yeah, it's kind of just a gentle shove, you know, like.
But constant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
It doesn't really have a point in the acceleration curve that you go, oh, I want more right there. You know, it just seems pretty constant.
I believe you would call that linear.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes, I think that would work.
That's what the real journalists say. It's a linear amount of power.
I'll take your word for that. And as much as I would like an R to get another 100 horsepower,
just run that stop sign. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Well, and you want to get near your car.
Oh, yeah.
So do another. You.
That'll be good. I mean, I was just so wrapped up in all the Britishness.
They don't know how to get anywhere. And as much as I would like, the supercharged version of this, get that extra 100 horsepower, that would be really fun. I don't think the car is as elegant. The R is sportier, and they don't have all the wood trim, and the mirrors aren't chrome, and so
that sounds awful.
Yeah, I mean it's an awesome car, but
how could you drive without chrome mirrors?
The
Chris?
mirrors are so cool. I don't know if you're a viewer has really got a good look at them, but it's one of my favorite things about the car.
We'll have to get a little shot of the mirrors. Remind me.
And the wood is nice. I don't know how much of it is real. I know the steering wheel is real. I hope some of that's real. The leather is nice. It's in good shape.
I mean, if this wood isn't real, it comes from the finest plastic trees
well,
in all of England.
Exactly.
I think it's real.
I think it is too.
I feel like they would skimp on a lot of things, but not their wood.
I wouldn't think so. It's been a tradition for so long.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I don't like about the new XJs. They're very nice cars, but they've taken out most of the wood. It's mostly metallic and plastic now.
Yeah. Well, that was one of those kind of long-standing car traditions.
Yeah.
Of, a luxury car had leather and wood.
Yeah.
And now a luxury car has
carbon fiber.
Yeah, or brushed aluminum or whatever the hell. To me, this is a proper place to be.
Yeah, well, they stopped doing that in 2010, so.
But it is kind of surprising that and I'm not bagging on it, but why didn't they put wood on here? It seems like
I'm sure that's a Ford part. I'm sure that Ford designed that. Now, the one thing they say about the XJ is it's good enough for the Queen of England, because the Queen of England always rides in a Jaguar XJ.
Oh, does she?
Most of the time. She's driven in a long version of the Jaguar XJ, and has for decades.
So like the XJ8L, or whatever you call it.
Right. So if it's good enough for the Queen of England, I'd say it's good enough for me.
Yeah? Have you worked on your Wave?
I would be driving it. I don't know that. This is, again, the first time I've ever ridden in it. So
how does it feel back there?
It feels fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's. I've gotten many comments. I know it's such a nice ride from people that are not car people. On the freeway, it really does. It's really smooth.
Yeah, I could see just devouring 600 miles in this.
Yeah, it's very comfortable for that kind of thing. I've taken it to Vegas a few times, and it just, you don't even really think about it. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you can go as fast as you want in it.
Yeah, I keep it around 90.
Yeah.
Crazy, but the difference between the coil, because a lot of people will replace the air shocks. There's kits so you can put coils on there, and you really lose something in the car. It just becomes different at that point.
Peasants.
Well, yeah, it just doesn't have the same feel, but I understand why they do it.
This is
here you go. Take charge of this.
This is a really lovely car. And Chris, I really appreciate you.
It's my pleasure. I would like someone to see it before I end up having to get rid of it because I can't afford to keep it.
Well, it's still running.
Well, my next car will be more expensive. I think it's broken. I just mean it works right now, but now I want to lock it. Now it doesn't work. Now it doesn't work. So I end up just doing that, and it always unlocks.
Oh, so it'll unlock it.
It'll unlock from here. Yeah.
But not if you hit the button designed.
Oftentimes it will.
And what's ASL? Automatic slip lock?
Where do you see that?
Right there. The one that says ASL.
Well, I'm not seeing ASL. I see all these. There's no ASL
You just
up here.
passed it.
Oh, this. I believe you can set the cruise control to not go over a certain... There's a version of this car that has adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
And I think this is related to it, but I don't have adaptive cruise control, so I don't know why I would have that. It's on now.
But it has a nice light.
Has it? Do you notice anything different?
Not
Wait,
yet.
wait for it. How about now?
Well, how do we know that the button actually decided to work?
Well, the light's on.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
that's the light, but we don't know, if it decided to send that.
That worked. It's got ass warmers. And it has them back there,
It has
too.
them back here, yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the cool things. It doesn't have butt blowers, unfortunately.
It's just like my Kia.
This is a replacement clock. By the way.
I'm number one. What does that mean?
This clock I replaced because the clock underneath it is broken. And it was going to cost $250 to fix the actual clock. So I bought this one for $5, and it worked for about a month.
Oh.
And now it's just stuck on there.
So
I can get it off. But
So you don't have a Jaguar timepiece that works?
there's a specific company in England that makes the timepieces. And you can either buy one from them directly or send this one, get it out yourself, which means taking the dash off. And you can send it back to them and they will cobble it back together for you.
Right.
You can buy one used, but trying to find one that fits is impossible. So
you just bought one from China?
yeah,
And it just...
But it says Jaguar on it. I don't know if you can see that.
I didn't notice it when I was
I
driving.
only pointed out because it's still broken.
Yes, I can see that.
And but it was $5, so I can get like 20 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine.
Yeah, that was my fix for that.
Yeah, let's see how this...
No, see.
Oh.
So I will do the manual version of this.
Oh, I see.
Problem solved.
Oh, and it doesn't give any kind of a warning thud, like bam. Like
No,
going
only
up.
when you're
okay.
opening it.
Yeah. No, that's
It
good.
wants you to know.
Well, thank you, Chris. That was great.
My pleasure. I'm glad someone got some enjoyment out of it, even if it's just you.
Yeah. Thank you.